Hey everybody, it's Ember from the fields, and today I thought to take you on a good old-fashioned farm tour where we'll walk around the fields. I show you what's still growing, what you have to look forward to in the last few weeks of your CSA share, and just some other updates on what's happening in the fields. So to get started, let's see, I just wanted to mention, so this section of the farm doesn't look like there's anything for humans planted, but we seeded cover crop seed here. And you can see we're actually irrigating it. This is the first year that I've had to irrigate cover crop seed. That typically at this point in the season, we've at least had a storm or two that can water in all the seeds and help with the initial growth of the cover crop. But with no rain in the forecast, we've had to go ahead and actually irrigate. So let's, fingers crossed, we'll get rain soon. So moving along, we've got chard, some basil that looks great, parsley, some beautiful fennel. This will be in the shares soon. Our kale's looking good. This is actually the second seeding, the second planting of kale that we've had this year. So the first seeding typically isn't able to withstand the heat of the summer. So we do a second seeding. We kind of turn in the first one, turn that back into the soil, and then plant another round of kale and chard. So, all right, this is what our tomatoes look like out in the field. They're looking pretty sad, which is very typical this time of year. They don't love the cold nights, that's for sure. They've started slowing down just a bit, and they have some kind of foliar disease that they always get every year. So this is very typical. Even without all the rain that we had last year, they're just so susceptible to disease that this is pretty common. But thankfully, we still have tomatoes planted in both our greenhouses. Okay, so over here we've got a bunch more scallions. They're on the small side right now, so we'll wait till they size up a little more. And then over here we have escarole. Some of you, maybe some of you didn't notice, or you did. We typically have a planting of escarole in the spring and in the fall. And because it's a crop that likes cooler weather, and our spring escarole ended up going to seed before we were able to harvest it. So we, are keeping a close eye on this stuff to make sure that it doesn't go by. It's looking great. We've got some gorgeous heads of Napa cabbage over here, which is very exciting. And then we've got a lot more of this lettuce mix. So this variety of lettuce is called Salanova, and we plant it intentionally like this as heads with the colors mixed up. And so what we do is we harvest the head and then cut out the core so that the leaves just fall apart, making the lettuce mix that you see in your share. Okay, next I've brought you over to our pepper and eggplant field. The peppers have slowed down a lot. We see a lot of flowers now, but for a while there with the cooler temperatures, they weren't really producing flowers, and the fruit growth had slowed down a ton. And we thought the same thing in the eggplant. However, we're seeing a ton more flowers. Not sure if we'll have the right amount of time and warm days to get them to set fruit, but there are a bunch of plants that have a lot of little fruit on them. So as you walk through, you can kind of see, like here you can see some smaller eggplant that are just hanging out, sizing up. So hopefully we'll get, keep these nice warm sunny days, not so cool nights, and hopefully they'll keep growing. All right, over here we've got more radishes under the insect netting. More herbs, cilantro, dill, more arugula under the insect netting, and a lot more lettuce mix because it's amazing. A kind of new thing for us is fall broccolini. I've had mixed results with fall broccoli, so I thought to try broccolini. So we've got 2 beds under there, under the row cover, and 2 beds here under row cover. So we're hoping we'll get a harvest. I'm not sure if I planted them early enough, but we'll see. And then last but not least, we have this gorgeous bed of spinach that's almost ready. And we've got a couple more beds planted in succession after that to make sure we have a continuous harvest, at least for a couple weeks. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed seeing the fields and seeing what's growing and are excited about what's to come in your share. All right, I'll see you around. Bye.